Good morning, friends. Happy Monday. It's Angela here, and this is a video specifically for my friends that are praying about coming to the Orange Conference with me. Every time I think about my memories from this last year's conference and the idea of going back, I get this little flutter in my heart when I think about taking a crew of people. How special that was for Kim, Monica, and I that we went last year. How different that will feel sharing that with a larger group of people. I just get a little over the moon. I love how many of us are praying about going. What that means about our belief in what the church can do in the lives of kids, what that says about how we see ourselves in our role in children's lives and our commitment to this church. It just makes me super excited. So this video is specifically to explain the fundraising piece of things because I realize a huge portion of this for us is, can it be financially feasible? So I'd like to talk us through what you can expect in the generic sense of fundraising so you know how to interact with that. What we're going to do, and by we, I mean Julie Reese and I. Julie is my assistant, and she partners with me on all kinds of stuff like this. What we're going to do is we have this distribution list that we will be adding people to, and if ever you got along in this process and you're like, never mind, I can't go, then I can just remove you from that, and that's fine. But we're going to use this distribution list to keep you in the know. But largely, we're going to use Sign Up Genius, which you will get an email about that. But when we set this up, we would use Sign Up Genius. And here's why. In Sign Up Genius, we can communicate not only what's available for you to fundraise. So we would put up, let me just give a couple of examples. Let's say we were going to do a car wash like we did with the youth group. We would both put up things that people could sign up for to actually work the car wash, but we also could put up, people could sign up to make the signage for the car wash. People could sign up to do the laundry after the car wash, that there would be all kinds of different ways you could be involved in a fundraiser. And Sign Up Genius allows us to tell you what you could be signed up for, a deadline for when that stuff needs to be done. We can communicate to you how much that would be worth in funds. So if you were to make I'm going to make this up. If you were to make the signs for our car wash, we might say that's $20 into your fundraising account. So right off the bat, you would be able to see, oh, they needed 5 car washers, but all 5 of those spots are taken. I guess I'll sign up for the laundry afterwards. And oh, look, I'm going to make $30 for doing that laundry. Whatever, I'm making it up. But you would know right off the bat your deadline, the time frame, the commitment, how many funds it would be worth, and whether or not we're still taking signups for it. It really is genius. That's Sign Up Genius. So that will be our primary means of communication. Also, Sign Up Genius sends you a reminder something like 48 hours before your thing. So that's also helpful. And you don't have to learn a new software. We would send out an email that says, hey, we've created some new positions on our Sign Up Genius, go check that out, and we would give you a link. So email will be the primary place that you actually receive notifications and reminders and stuff like that. But Sign Up Genius is where we would constantly keep an ongoing list of opportunities to raise funds. So that would be one thing I would say. Secondly, after you've signed up for your spot, you do your thing. And we have a blast. Everything we did this past year for camp fundraising with the students was so stinking fun. So this should be fun from start to finish. And one of the beauties of Sign Up Genius is you can actually look and not just look at what time frames you have available that might overlap, but even what tasks, like if you like making signs and being creative, if you want to do that stuff. Anyway, so have a blast with that. The next question that seems obvious is how would you know how much money you raised? So Julie will be using a Google Sheet to track that. And all you're going to do is send Julie an email and say, can you give me my latest whatever, how much I have in my account? Because at the conclusion of each thing of fundraising, we would then put those funds towards your account. So we would have a spreadsheet that has your name, how much you earned on which date using what. That way, if ever you were like, wait, I thought I had X number of dollars in there, she has the ability to print off your line item so you could see exactly what we have. And if we had made some mistake, it would be easy for you to spot, oh, wait, don't forget, I participated in that car wash. We'll totally get that done. But of all of the campers that we took and all the fundraisers we did last year, Julie is killer at this. So we'll keep a Google spreadsheet for you. All you would do is shoot Julie an email saying, can you tell me how much I've got in my funds? Which then begs the next question is, what can those funds be used for? So what we'll do is, because the money ends up being funneled through the church, when we do fundraisers, people give the money to the church. So we would be depositing that and we would be keeping theoretical funds in your account. So let's say it's time to buy our airlines tickets. that would be a good time for you to say, hey, Julie, can you get me my updated funds? And she would say, hey, you have $238 in your account. So at that point, we would figure out if the tickets were less than $238. The next thing we would say is, okay, we're ready to purchase your airline's tickets for you, as opposed to, we could do it the other way where you purchase your airline's tickets and then give us a receipt for that and we reimburse you for that. Or another super easy way is for us to get your name and your birth date and purchase the seat for you on the ticket and use the funds that are sitting in our account over here to do that. So we could use those funds for ticket purchases for the conference, ticket purchases for the airlines, hotels, stuff like that. If you have done enough fundraising that you've covered all of those things, or let's say you have purchased all of those things yourself. You didn't need fundraising for that, but you did participate in some fundraising, but those things were already purchased and you had some leftover money in your account. There's a couple of things we could do with that. One, you could donate it to somebody else's fund. That would be totally fine, which, how cute is this? The campers totally did that last year. I love kids. Awesome. Anyway, so you could totally do that. Or the other thing you could do is we could zero out your account when we went on the trip and get like a Visa gift card for you to be able to use to put towards your meals on the trip. So those funds can be used for anything related to this trip. I think those are the questions that you're going to have in the generic sense about how fundraising is going to go. If you have others, post them in the comments because you're probably not the only one with that question. But I think that is a good overview of how you would be notified about what fundraisers are coming, how you would sign up for it, how we would track your funds, and then what your funds would be used for. That seems like the kind of stuff you need to know. All right, let me know if you got more questions. Thanks again for praying about this. I love the fact that I have a whole dream in my head of a group road trip. So fun.